milligrams in this particular study, and vitamin E, which was 400 IU, taken twice daily, in addition to, this was folks who were dealing with significant sleep apnea, in addition to them using their positive airway pressure, CPAP administration. The combination of these nutrients helped to significantly reduce episodes of sleep apnea versus just using CPAP by itself. We want folks to not need the CPAP. We want to be able to help to reduce body fat, to improve oxygenation of their brain, to actually enable them to get efficient sleep cycles so that they're healthier. We're just treating a symptom still with the CPAP alone. And ultimately, all of these things are an option, but the part that's often left out of the equation is the nutrition side that makes everything happen. Because your lungs that is trying to breathe, your lungs are made of food. Your brain that's running all these processes, it's made from food. It's made from these specific nutrients. So just wanted to add that piece in because a lot of folks are dealing with sleep apnea today. It's one of the, again, just rapidly growing. This didn't exist before at this level. It's just at an epidemic. And we want to be able to get folks better sleep so that they can feel better and be healthy. So also, the inclusion of vitamin C and E improved sleep quality for study participants and decreased daytime sleepiness. They had more energy throughout the day. Vitamin C is that deal. All right. But it's another one of those things we need copious amounts. It's used for so many different things. But again, we generally, when we hear vitamin C, we probably think about the immune system. Yeah, it's a lot going on with that. Immune system stress. But also it's important for regulating our sleep quality. Great sources of vitamin C include just everyday foods that a lot of folks know about, like bell peppers, green leafy vegetables. I don't think a lot of people realize green leafy vegetables are a great source of vitamin C. Broccoli, really good source of vitamin C. Kiwis. Shout out to kiwis. Come on, underrated. Strawberries. Citrus fruits. I think we generally identify citrus fruits as being like the vitamin C food, but there are many that have many foods that have more vitamin C content, but these are good too. Papaya is another great source of vitamin C. Then there's superfoods, right, that have this incredible concentrations of vitamin C, like camelberry, amla berry, acerola cherry, many others. So, but these are foods that even myself personally, I'm finding creative ways to get in vitamin C dense foods. I've seen it firsthand, clinical practice, getting somebody's vitamin C levels up, improving their sleep quality. I've seen it time and time again. It might just be the one thing. They're doing all of this stuff right, but a simple vitamin C deficiency, helping them to sleep better at night. All right, next up, I'm going to provide a specific food for a specific sleep scenario. Because getting a good night's sleep is one of the most effective treatments for things like colds and flus. But unfortunately, sometimes being under the weather can cause problems with you getting good rest to help you to recover. So in that specific scenario, if you need a little assistance to sleep better when you're dealing with symptoms, and as well as your family members, kids, like a grody cough and sneeze and just an inability to breathe well and to sleep well, look no further than your favorite beekeeper. A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study revealed that honey is able to outperform a placebo and significantly reduce cough frequency and severity at night, and was found to improve sleep quality. Honey is also a remarkable source of antioxidants, and it's even been found to help to reduce things like blood fats when used as a replacement for sugar. And all of this is pretty sweet. But again, what are we doing in terms of reducing coughs and helping to sleep at night? We turn to these, quote, cough syrups that have these insane, let me just share with you. We're just talking about one of the populars, right? That NyQuil. Ingredients in some of the most popular conventional cough medicines: FD&C blue number 1, red number 40. What is it? High fructose corn syrup. All right, they're not even trying to hide it. They got that fructose. They got that high fructose in there. Propylene glycol. Just Google propylene glycol and antifreeze and enjoy. Saccharin. All right, so we want to avoid these things. How are we trying to get better, but we adding in things to make us worse? Again, many of these things damage our nervous system, damage our microbiome, and it's coming along with our quote medicine. We have to do better. And what my family uses and what we keep in our cabinet is this incredible bee-soothed cough syrup made with high quality honey and some of the most powerful immune supporters on top of that. First of all, you want to get honey that does not have, that's third party tested, doesn't have lead and pesticides. Unfortunately, this is common in that industry now at this point. So it's third party tested, and it also has this incredible combination of other immune supporters. So it's pure high quality honey, elderberry, chaga's in there. You got chaga, bee propolis, which also has powerful antiviral capacities as well. And this is seen in the peer-reviewed journal Antiviral Chemistry and Chemotherapy, revealed that propolis has significant antiviral effects, specifically in reducing lung infections. Come on. This exists and it's real and it's natural and it doesn't have all that craziness in it. So again, this is called bee-soothed cough syrup. All right, bee-soothed cough syrup from Beekeepers Naturals. No drugs, no dyes, no chemicals, no refined sugars. This is what you need to have, especially during this time of year. Just have this around in case you need it. All right, go get you some like right now. Bee-soothed cough syrup. Go to beekeepersnaturals.com/model, and you also get 15% off as well. So take advantage of that. That's BEEKEEPERS naturals.com/model. Again, that's BEEKEEPERS naturals.com/model. All right, so that was a specific food for a specific scenario. And we've got a list of these powerful, specific nutrients to build sleep-related hormones and neurotransmitters and eat smarter. Let's target another one. Again, there's many more, but we've got to talk about this one because it's so important. A 2016 study reported that magnesium is able to reduce the activity of your sympathetic fight or flight nervous system and turn on the activity of your parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system. And another study published in Pharmacological Reports states that magnesium is able to interact with inhibitory GABA receptors and induce anti-anxiety effects. Hakuna Matata. That's that Hakuna Matata vibe that magnesium provides. And one other double-blind, placebo-controlled study published in 2012 found that improving magnesium levels appears to improve sleep efficiency, improve melatonin function, reduce cortisol, and reduce wake after sleep onset. Come on now. Magnesium is the number one mineral deficiency in our country. About 60% of our citizens are chronically deficient in magnesium. We have 115 million people who are regularly sleep deprived. Coincidence? We can do something about this. And again, how are we deficient in something that's abundant in real foods? Now, magnesium, the reason that it's so powerful and so essential and so needed, and we also have the big deficiency, is because it's responsible for so much. Magnesium, we now know that it's responsible for over 650 biochemical processes in the human body. That translates, what does that mean? That translates to mean that that's 650 things your body cannot do if you're deficient in magnesium, or can't do effectively. The human body is resilient. It tries to find a way, but 650 processes in your body that we know of now are dependent upon magnesium being present. Food first. What are some excellent sources of magnesium? Again, I'm stressing really how important this is. In this category of eat these foods to improve your sleep quality, foods that have excellent dietary sources of magnesium include avocados. Coming in again. Get you someone who could do both. Get you a food who could do both or three. Pumpkin seeds are great sources of magnesium as well. Almonds, great sources. of magnesium. Dark chocolate. Chocolate's there again. It's a really, really great source of magnesium. Leafy greens, anything that's green. It's that indication from food because colors indicate nutritive value as well. We didn't get here without instructions from nature, right? It's telling us that we get feedback from the way food tastes. It's something called post-ingestive feedback. As we evolved eating natural foods, when we would eat a food that we happened upon, our body would effectively take notes. It'd like take a little sticky note and write down, okay, so I just came across these berries. I just got a little bit of copper. I got a little bit of magnesium. I got a little bit of vitamin C. And it creates flavor sensations, connections, and cravings and desire for certain foods based on the nutrients that our bodies needed. But food manufacturers have muddied up the water of that communication. We can clear it up by eating real foods. And our body's getting attuned again to knowing that this specific flavor that the food is attached to is associated with these specific nutrients, but also the way that the food looks. The colors are indication of nutrients. Anything that's green, especially leafy green vegetables, spirulina, great sources of magnesium, chlorella, AFA, blue-green algae, but also in that kind of black and brown category, as I mentioned, chocolate, black beans are also a great source of magnesium. Fatty fish are a great source of magnesium as well. And as I mentioned already, super green, dense superfoods like spirulina, chlorella, all great sources of magnesium. We need to be very proactive at including many of these foods. And as mentioned, we go through many more of these good sleep nutrients in Eat Smarter, and also some of the other things for us to be more intentional about just managing a little bit better, because some of the things that we can be consuming on a regular basis could be destroying our sleep quality and we don't really even realize it. And one of these things during this very strange time of a pandemic and all the associated shutdowns that has really skyrocketed in consumption is alcohol. All right, it's that liquor. All right, a recent meta-analysis affirmed that drinking alcohol close to bedtime does, in fact, help people to fall asleep faster. Wait a minute, what? Hold up. Let me continue. But there's a catch bigger than OBJ reaching back and posterizing a defender. There's a catch here. Cited in the peer-reviewed journal JMIR Mental Health, researchers found that even one drink close to bedtime can impair your sleep quality. Moderate alcohol consumption was found to lower restorative sleep quality by 24%, with high alcohol intake damaging sleep by nearly 40%. A hangover isn't from the alcohol alone, it's from the detrimental impact that it has on our sleep cycles. Specifically, alcohol is known to create disruption to our REM sleep, right? It's called the REM rebound effect that we see with the consumption of alcohol close to bedtime. With alcohol in the system, even after the person is asleep, because again, it helps us to fall asleep, our REM sleep is delayed and or suppressed, leading to insufficient recovery of crucial brain and bodily functions. So again, it's not that alcohol inherently is something that is just off limits if you try. It's not like that. We just need to be more intentional in knowing that drinking close to bedtime, we want to have a little bit of an alcohol curfew there. So your body processes alcohol very quickly. Let me give you a heads up as to what that looks like. Alcohol this is so powerful what I'm about to tell you. And this is things that are highlighted in Eat Smarter that you just don't hear anywhere else. Your body, unlike the other macronutrients, fats, carbohydrates, proteins, water is a macronutrient. Alcohol is also a macronutrient. It is an energy source. But your body cannot store alcohol. As soon as it comes in, everything else is forgotten about. Your body gets on that alcohol. All right? Immediately, because it cannot store it. It's toxicity components there. All right? So a process called fat sparing happens where your body will stop using stored body fat, switch gears, switch over, use that alcohol instead. It's called fat sparing.